Hello, I'm Renee Langvart, and I am the Clay Center Area Chamber of Commerce Director. And today I am joined by Mr. Scott Patterson.
Good morning, Renee.
It's so good to have you.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you. A lot of people don't know that I used to work for Scott.
Yeah, right.
When I first moved to Clay, I was a pharmacy tech, so I know all about Mr. Patterson.
Yeah, right.
I've seen him wear his red nose many times.
Yeah, right.
So today we're here to talk about a really big event that's happening in our community, and it's kind of been going on for a while now. Many people have been talking about the Rex reopening, and I don't think a lot of people know that you are kind of in the mix.
I am in the mix, Renee.
Yes.
Yeah, we're excited about it. Bob came to us and had an idea about the Rex, and we bought the theater. He drew up some plans. It looked good. He had done something in Central City and got started on it, got the project off the ground, really did a great job and has been instrumental in the planning and developing of the Rex. And then he ended up getting another job, and as people that are fundraisers do, and has other interests, and so I kind of got to be the point person the last 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
You're a good point person.
Yeah, right.
So let's talk a little bit about how the project has thus far been going. Before we talk about the future of the Rex and what you foresee for it, tell me a little bit about some of the projects that you guys undertook, some of the remodeling that had to take place, and then any challenges that you might have had, because I'm sure there were challenges.
Yes, we have had several challenges, and part of the problem and part of the opportunities, which are one and the same, have been that we wanted to redo the theater and put it back into the 1920s, 1930s vintage. We were very fortunate that the theater was in fairly good shape structurally, and the decor was in pretty good shape. So that was good, and we found some pieces from when the original building was built, and so we were able to refabricate or redo what was damaged through the years. We have been blessed by people in the community furnishing us pictures, windows, all sorts of things to help that they either worked at the theater, they had an involvement, and so we're really excited, and the community has really been an instrumental part in getting this project to the place that it is now. Some of the things that we wanted to do, and we wanted to make sure that when the theater was done, it was going to look like it did approximately in the 20s and early 30s, but with the equipment and seating of today's technology. And we are still working on that as we speak. Some of the things that we've done, we have put a floor in with heating in the floor, so that will make it quieter in the wintertime, and hopefully the radiant heat will make it where it's warmer in the theater. Couldn't do anything about the air conditioning, so the air conditioning, we have new air conditioners, but there will still be noise and blowing sound. Took out all the seats and ordered brand new seats for it. So we have a brand new floor, brand new seats. The walls are very much like they were when the theater opened, and put a new stage floor up. The stage floor was beyond repair, and we've been very fortunate. Roger Adams has been our contractor, and Roger, some contractors they want to do the job and get it done. Roger is very detail oriented, wants to make sure that it looks like how it looked then. And Stan Oldie is another one that has been very instrumental in doing some of the finish work. So we've been really blessed with having some really good crew people working on it throughout the time of build.
I keep telling Roger's one of my favorite people. He's worked for me for several years now, and I keep telling people when they see the work that he has done, it's going to really pivot him forward as a contractor. He will be in high demand, because every time I've been in the theater, I'm just blown away. Like, I don't even know what to say. Just because it's so impressive on so many different levels, the work that has been done in there.
He has a very good attention to detail.
Yes.
And he wants to, sometimes he and I have to talk about the costs involved, but yeah, for the most part, he is very interested in making sure that the end product is what we envisioned that product to be.
Authentic. So what are some of the things that you yourself, Scott Patterson, are the most excited about the Rex?
Oh gosh, I'm excited that we can do not only movies, but we'll be able to do live productions. I am excited because I think that it will give something that will bring people to Clay Center. And as you and I both know, the more people we can get to Clay Center, the better it is for everybody.
That is exactly right.
And it's good for the community, for the kids to have something that they can do. So hopefully we'll have a wide variety of movies. I think the downside is that we're only going to have one theater now. Back 20 years ago, you know, they had split it and made 2 theaters, so it's going to only be 1 theater now, so there will only be 1 movie playing at a time. But we'll try to be able to get good movies in, ones that are first runs if we can, and we have the equipment, so top-notch equipment, so people should be able to hear. We have hearing impaired.
Oh.
A couple for people if they have hearing problems, so we have a couple of things that they can have to help them hear. We also have a place for wheelchairs, so handicapped accessible, made the restrooms and everything, so hopefully people can enjoy it and bring their family members even if they have handicaps.
Very exciting. See, those little attention to details really make a big difference. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, I want to kind of talk about the vision for the Rex and the future. So we'll be back in just a few minutes.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included with your Eagle Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit eaglecom.net to learn more.
Hello, welcome back. I'm Renee Langvart, the Clay Center Area Chamber of Commerce Director, and I'm joined by Mr. Scott Patterson today. He is the point of reference person for the newly established Rex Theater.
Yes.
And so we're excited to be talking with you today about something that the entire community is buzzing about. I hear about the Rex every single day.
Yes, I do too. In fact, we've even had some complaints. And so for the people that want to go in, and there is now a sign on the door that says, please
Good.
do not enter, for a couple of reasons. One is we were getting so many people in, we didn't want to have an accident with that. And the other thing is we would like to have people be a little surprised at what the end product's going to be.
Yeah, I think that's very smart. I think people don't realize the liability part when you're remodeling.
And when you have saws there and people watching.
It's generally not a good thing.
Right.
And I know that it's harmless curiosity because people are just they're really excited and you know, but I do understand the need for, you know, a little bit of privacy and keep little noses out of there. Yes.
Right.
So as you mentioned before, not only will you have movies playing, one movie at a time. So there's one theater, one projector. You had mentioned live performances. So kind of talk a little bit about what your hopes are for that aspect.
Okay.
If there's anything in concrete yet, or if it's more in the initial planning stages?
I would say it's in my mind and it's going to be in the manager's mind. What I would like to see, if we have talked to, Bob did a great job of coordinating with other areas that have live theater. So they've kind of put together a group of theaters in the area to see what we could do together to maybe bring live productions in. Or let's say there's a production in Wamego and they're going out to Hayes or Salina, that they could do a stop over here and do a program here. We would like to do a lot of, I think first of all, we will probably do 60% or so movies. And movies have changed so much, not on the old big reel like it used to be. It's all digital download, and so it's easy to get about whatever kind of movie that you want. So we'll have movies probably 65% of the time to start off with. We hope to be able to have musical events in there. There's a lot of different organizations we feel could use the theater, and hopefully they will use it because we don't want it to sit there empty. We would like to get the schools involved. I think it would be good if we had a musical act, if we had, before the regular main event started, if we could have some Tiger Chorale come down and sing. Sure. Maybe have something from the music department, the orchestra, something like that. So hopefully get some local involvement as well as out-of-town involvement. Do some short plays if we can.
At one time, so most people know that I'm not originally from Clay Center, I'm from all over, but at one point in time, wasn't there a drama troupe here in the community by community members, not students? Yep. Is that right?
They did. At one time, yeah, many years ago, I think they had kind of, it was almost a combination of city adults and also some high school. And they did it together, usually did one production or two productions a year. And it really seemed to go over well. That would be something that we could do. Initially, it's going to be a little hard because the dressing rooms and all that will probably not be done when we open, but they may be. We're kind of in that, people are anxious to see it open, and we're anxious to get it open, so it may not be first thing out of the gate, but hopefully in the fall, next spring, we'll be able to do some of those kind of things. Just
so exciting. I can imagine that there's just so many things that could be done in that. I'm sure that the Arts Council is excited to have something like that where they can host those events that thankfully other people in the community have allowed to happen, but there's something about a theater stage presence that really alters the existence of a performance, I think.
Yes, and I need to thank the Arts Council. Another thing that when you talk about, I told you, you know, people had donated windows and different things that they had memorabilia from the theater. The Arts Council is donating us a baby grand piano.
That's fantastic.
To use, and so we'll have a piano there. So then if we have musical events, we will have our own piano on stage, and it will be a baby grand, and so I thank the Arts Council for that. And they've already moved it in on the floor, and it's on rollers, so it's easy to move.
It's so exciting to see all the different people in the community coming together, and coming
really
together.
Really a community project.
Yeah, I agree. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll talk about a few final things about the Rex and get the community even more excited about this amazing project.
Eagle Communications is your ultimate business partner. We provide business class phone with customizable features and fast, reliable internet. Your knowledgeable team at Technology Solutions has a broad base of IT services to meet your needs. Let the experts at Marketing Solutions get your message to the right people on the best platforms. The only piece missing is your business. Call Eagle Communications today at 877-61-EAGLE.
Hello again, I'm here with Scott, and we are talking about the Rex Theater. The Rex returns back to Clay Center.
The Rex is back.
Yep, the Rex is back. So I have a couple questions. Some of the things that people keep asking me, I don't know why people ask me.
Because you're in charge of the chamber.
I know,
you know everything.
I know. You wouldn't believe how many people think that. One of the things that people keep asking me is what to expect of the exterior. What is it going to look like?
Well,
and specifically, people keep asking me if there's going to be an awning. I don't know why that continues to be the question. But
yes, well, the marquee was taken down, the old marquee, and we had to tone the marquee down from what Bob had kind of originally thought he would like. He was looking at a digital type.
Okay.
And we didn't feel it. We talked to the people in other theaters and we went with a marquee that is much more vintage to and so we'll have an 8-foot marquee out. We're also going to have dormers over the side windows. Okay. So hopefully we will have the outside, it will look very much like it does now, except for when we take all the construction equipment down, you'll be able to walk in and you'll be under an overhang. Will be
So
Yeah.
there won't be an awning, but you'll actually walk in a little bit.
That's correct.
To the opening. Okay, gotcha. That's what I thought.
And there will be a 6-foot marquee that will be over the sidewalk. So it will be partially covered. The marquee will look much like it did in the 30s. We have a person doing the glass work. We bought glass from Colorado to bring it back to the green glass. It's going to have a tin ceiling inside, and so hopefully the outside will look very good. Right now we're having the stones tucked and pointed so that everything is in good shape when we put the marquee on, and that is coming along well. I think probably the worst or saddest thing was we couldn't save the tile that was the original tile that was on the outside of the building by the ticket window. It had been glued on, hammered on, and they're just destroyed. Just destroyed. We will have a section on both sides that people can see what it looked like, but we are having to replace that with all new tile. So yeah, I mean, hopefully people will think that it's done to look the time, but we have tried to make the conveniences so that it will be.
So people will actually, so the ticket window, I know it's hard to imagine until we see it, but the ticket window will actually be outside, is that correct?
Ticket window will be outside. We are debating about there was a brass rail that was up. We have that brass rail, and we're talking about putting that up. It would make it a little narrow to get into the line, but yeah, and there'll be 2 doors. There'll be an indoor on the right side and an exit door on the left side. So it'll be very much like if you came to the theater in the 50s or 60s. That's kind of what it looked like. And that's what we wanted it to look like. The seating, originally, when we took the seats out, held over 500 seats were in the top and the bottom.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they were really smaller seats, and we made a little bigger, wider seats, cup holders in it, and we are at 299 seats, I think, in the theater now. And hopefully the seats, they're putting the seats in today as we speak.
So exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. Met with the guy yesterday, and I thought, my goodness, who in the world would come on a holiday to come to Clay Center, Kansas? And he said that's his job. He goes from theater to theater.
Sure.
Had some ideas for us, so we were real excited about that. He had, it's kind of different when these boxes have been sitting there for 30 to 45 days.
Right.
To see them out of the boxes and drawing lines and getting them.
Shows true progression.
Yeah, right.
Even though everything's moving forward every day.
Yeah.
When you actually see things like that.
There are things that, as in any construction project, you don't see the huge changes.
Right.
And I think there's going to be huge changes, and they're putting carpet down today and tomorrow. So we're in the final stages and looking forward to getting it wrapped up.
So when opening day comes, whenever that may be, because I'm not going to put you on the spot, because once you got it on camera, people will be like, but
this is the day.
Yeah. So we're not going to talk about that. But when opening day does come, what are you the most excited about for the public to either see or experience?
We have had so many people that have been so creative. And Renee, the one thing I will tell you, we are not going to open until we have a manager. Because as a pharmacist, I know a lot about pharmacy, but as a theater manager, I would absolutely screw it up terribly. So the people that we bought all the equipment from will do all the training. We will probably have a couple of soft openings because we don't want to be overwhelmed.
Sure.
We plan on selling tickets online, so people will be able to buy tickets online, but we don't want to see a huge disappointment of people wanting to come and not being able to. What I would like to see, Randy Rundle has said he would try to get some people with old cars. So we would have old cars here for that opening. I would like to get one of those big beam headlight, or skylights.
The skylights,
that you can beam.
Spotlights.
Yeah,
that's
spotlights, that's right.
Yes.
And so there's lots of different ideas. We're talking about doing some different things. One would be probably a couple of movies so people could see what that would be like.
Sure.
Maybe live entertainment, if we can get a singer in here to do a live entertainment, a live performance. Gospel singer, that type of thing. So trying to do a variety the first week or two so people will get an idea of different things, different events that can be hosted there. I think the Arts Council is going to hold some things there next year, and we're excited about that. The venue will be nice because the seats should be really comfortable, good acoustics in it, and with the stage, a lot of different ideas that can be done. And I have learned so much. You know, before I got involved in this, I always thought a fly was something that, you know, had wings and kind of was a pest in the summer. Well, now I know a fly is what in the theater is that tall thing in the back that you put your the curtains up and all that. So a lot of
really cool.
Yeah, that's right. You know, you learn something in everything.
Sure.
So anyway, we will be able to raise the screen and have it concealed. We also still have that 1920s junior class play backdrop. That's
very cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. There's been so many neat things that, you know, I have discovered on the project. It's been exciting.
Very awesome. Well, we are so excited for this to come to fruition. We're so thankful to you and Bob and anybody else who has been involved with it
Other
for
people,
bringing it back to Clay Center.
That's good.
Because I think it's truly a game changer for our community. So I'm very thankful for you guys.
Thank you, Renee.
So, thank you.
Thank you, Eagle, for doing this for us.
Yep. Well, we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.